You already know. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah. Where we is now. You see how life can change so fast? Like that? I just gave you a prime example of how life can change like this. And if you don't pay attention, you don't love your soul natural, you're never gonna see it coming, you're never gonna see it going, you're not even gonna know where it's at. Like this. Where was I about 10, 20 minutes ago? Well, not even. Like an hour ago. Do you know where I was at? Whoever's on here, I was in the hospital. Right? Now look where I'm at. So at the hospital I died, and I'm in heaven right now. Can you believe this is life? I'm here talking to you, and I just died in the hospital. Same place when I was here. Same place, still gonna be the same place. Nothing changed under the sun. And I'm gonna show you what I was telling you about with regards to the weather, right? In Florida. See it? I'm gonna grab a seat over here for a minute, because I literally just got out of the hospital. Went to go get me something to eat. It was okay. I mean, it was okay. It was good. It was comida puertorriqueña. Not better than my mom, but you know, it was Puerto Rican food. So that was my last dish. So they said I should be relaxing, right? I've been in the hospital for 4 days, just about, almost 5 days. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my time indoors. So there we go. Like this. Life is like that. And the Bible says you're nothing but a vapor. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? You're nothing but a vapor in this existence. That's it. So look where I'm at. Let me flip the camera so you can get a better look. Yeah. There's the rain cloud. There's the sun. You see it? You see it? Right behind the clouds. It should be landing over there. Or that's the trajectory supposedly, right? Right in that area. And you see the flat bottom clouds. You see them over there? That you didn't see earlier when I was in the hospital looking out the window. Look at the flat bottom. Look at that one. Flat. Look at it. It's totally flat. Now, I don't know. I'm not an ologist. I'm just seeing what I'm looking at what I'm seeing, right? So if I'm looking at what I'm seeing and I'm seeing at what I'm looking, and I'm using my head to understand it, right? My brains. What's the difference? These clouds are moving. This wind. At 12 o'clock, I came on, and I showed you how slow they were moving, because the sun was directly above, putting that heat force, so they slowed down. There was no wind. Now we're over here at the lake. There's some wind, right? Lake effect wind, right? So, and again, it's just what I'm looking at. You can do your own looking. You got your own two eyes. So these clouds right here will be over here by the time the sun gets there. And probably that rainstorm that you see right there is probably going to stay there. So these things move to a particular destination and they sit. I'm telling you, the game is rigged, man. go on do not disturb. Oh yeah, the beach is over there. But I didn't really come over here. I'm not really gonna stay here long. This thing will always be here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record it again, but you'll see it. You'll see the coverage and what I'm talking about, these clouds. There's not really no significance because ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Look at this shining right here, right? You see it shining? So that's ready to cover. That's ready. That's just sitting there ready to cover it, ready to cover the sun's, what is called the sunset. Yep. But you know, I got conditions. I can't be out here all day, but I wanted to. I would have liked to, but I'm not gonna. There it is. I've done videos of this same spot with the sun doing what it does at that particular time in the date, in the evening, or whatever you want to call it. You can see it. Watch the videos. They're there. You can compare them to the videos that I sent out that I did this morning and this afternoon. But this is very exact same spot. You'll see the very same situation I was telling you about. This sun is gonna, whatever it does. I don't want to say that what they generally say, because I don't think that's true. But these things are gonna move over. They're gonna sit right there. They're gonna sit right there and cover it. You'll see. Again, watch my videos. You don't got, but don't believe me. That's just my observation. I'm just sharing. This is not a channel where you learn stuff. I'm just an old dude about to kick the bucket. Just talking. Just looking at stuff, sharing stuff, what I see, that's all. But this is Triple C. Triple C in the house. It's a nice spot. I'm gonna go for a walk. Probably call it a day. I should be. I don't know. I should be home, but I don't want to be there. You know. I've been inside of a cube for the past 3 days or something like that. 3.5 days. So I don't want to go back to the cube. I was just thinking, this is just thought, right? I was just thinking. So, you know how we have the transportation system where you have to have some form of ID in order for you to travel from either country, even some form of payment, an ID, right? Like, so inner city, right? Or in your state, in your city, you have to pay for a taxi, a bus. But to go from state to state on a plane or from country to country, you need a passport, right? So that means that the access to those places are only accessible through those means, right? Unless you break the law and you cross somebody's border illegally, you have to have permission. Okay, that's just on this plane. Okay, now just hear me out. It's just something I was just thinking about. I'm just sharing my thoughts, right? So, imagine that type of system, which, you know, it comes from somewhere other than just walking and then being charged to arrive and to leave. Let's just say, and I've seen it, you know, in movies, of course, because everything that is being done or has been done or is going to be done, they show it to you in movies. Okay, So some of these concepts and ideas may come from movies. But let's just say in all reality, right? That if you wanted to go somewhere and you had permission to travel by, the Galactic Universal Board of Travel of travel. Let's just say they had one of those. And we were registered. The Oath, Terra, was registered as one of the systems that is able to travel from, and we are, because they show us and they tell us. Some of it's not real, some of it is, right? Most of these things don't get nowhere when they travel, they just fall back into the ocean, right? Because there's something up there stopping it. Anywho, let's just say there were points of exit and points of interest, like places that we can't go to, that we're prohibited as men to be allowed to go to this particular location, to be able to either grab a space taxi, like, yo, take me down to this spot. Now, those things, of course, are concepts that have been embedded, to television, right? You watch television, and those are not your own thoughts. Believe me, they're not your own thoughts. You think you want to be this, you think you want to be that, you think you're this, but you're really not, right? You're the currency that they live off of. Period. So let's just say, right? They got it unlocked. Like, they got every country unlocked that you have to buy a passport to travel to that other country. And it's not easy to get a passport. You have to prove that you're a citizen. So if we can do that to go to other say dimensions, other planes, what they show us to be planets, right? You think that exists? Of course it does. Of course it does. If they're showing you because it exists, it's not because they thought it up. It's not because somebody sat back and had a dream. Like they make you think that guy Lovecraft created everything. Right? He's not showing you that. They're not showing you. No, that's what they're showing you. That this guy had dreams, and all of a sudden he came up with Cthulhu and all these big animals. No, that's been there. He just was able to tap in. He was the one that they used to communicate their existence. Just like they use a lot of us to communicate their existence. Eventually, which is that they're pushing to have them just be part of this, of what is going on, so that we can know they're there. We get little hints. Oh, we saw this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at these structures. Oh, look at this writing. Listen, ain't nothing new under the sun. So you need to figure out. Your job is to figure out where you're from and how can you return there. Because we're not all from the same place, right? Father God is Father God. He's always going to be Father God. That's irrefutable. And his son is always going to be his son. That's irrefutable. It's in the Bible, right? Now, the Bible has been brought from other books that were put together, that were controlled by a particular entity that had power at that time. You're talking about the Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, you're talking about, and the most of all, which they destroyed, is Iraq. Right? So you just gotta look into the history of those type of, those type of societies, right? Because they ruled. We live under their information. We live under their indoctrination. We try to, and then they're changing it. That's what's going on now. That information is being changed. It is now becoming true. What used to be mythological, what used to be not fiction, it's becoming true. But it was already true. They're not unveiling nothing to you. You just can't see it. And because they muddled your blood, and because they muddled your history, and because they mess all of your stuff up, then you don't have that connection like you used to. Because there's a covenant. There is a covenant of control. Now this covenant is almost over. I think it's actually done. So what they're doing is they're signing a new covenant. But this covenant is going to be with a different entity, right? And then the previous entity is going to fight that new governance. That's where you're going to have all these. That's what you have right now for a long time. The spiritual war it's been going on for a long time. So right now, people call it waking up. You're never gonna wake up, because this is not a place where you can wake up. If you wake up in this place, you better believe that you're either gonna be part of the group, or you're gonna be expelled if you ever do really, really wake up. And that's not gonna happen until you go to sleep. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there, man. I think I'm gonna go. I don't want to go back to a box. I feel like my energy is just being usurped. Literally. But I guess I gotta go. And wake up. And you're not waking up. Nobody wakes up. You're reading other people's literature that they wrote to confuse you. No, the only way you're gonna be able to wake up is to observe without to observe without influence, right? Without influence, without somebody else outside saying, "Look, this is what it." Now you need guides, right? Like books, right? Videos, movies, people to tell you certain things and to inform you of certain things. But then you need to counter that with your own observation, but not utilizing their information as a point of knowledge, because knowledge is ever changing, right? The truth is to know that there is no truth. To know is to know that you know nothing, and you never will. But enjoy it. Don't consume alcohol or drugs. Don't twist your mind because you can't take it. Take it. Be a man, be a woman, and take it. Take the information. Take what you're seeing and feeling. Deal with it, rock with it, change it, cry, laugh, deal with it. Don't mask it. Because you're gonna miss out on your great evolution. It's gonna go right by you, and you were for naught. Your life was for nothing. And everybody's life is for nothing, really, because we just pray. They take everything that you think you're gaining is taken from you. You own nothing. Not even rich people. Rich people own nothing. They're just gatekeepers. That's all they are. Rich people and people in power and politicians and religious, oligarchs or monarchs, whatever you want to call them. Bloppy blops. They're just there to put the veil over your eyes. That's it. That's their that can be taken away from them just like that. And it usually is. But Father God and Jesus Christ, they love you. Follow in their way, in their teachings. Pick up other books too, right? Pick up other books. Other books will help you understand. Learn astrology. Astrology will help you understand the Bible more. Just learn and have an open mind. Don't put yourself in one box. A book is a box. Look at a book, it's a box. Your telephone, your TV, everything is a box. Everything in the box, everything that's control, that's control. Anything in the circle is freedom, it's energy. But anything inside of a box is something that's controlled, something that controls you. You're being controlled. You're being limited. So when you read a book and you stay in that book, That's the limit of your study. That's it. That's all you know. You don't know nothing else. That's why in the institutes they compartmentalize what you learn, but they only show you certain things. They don't show you everything. Not even in college. And college is worse. College they limit you even more by giving you a particular educational certificate. You can only be a professor or learner in this. Because if you become a learner in everything, that's not a complete education. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a specialist. And specialists are limited to gaining information from other specialists who are also limited. And that's how the entire planet works. Or network. Jobs are like that. Teaching is like that. Government's like that. Everything is like that. Parenthood. So study outside of, being indoctrinated, even though it's the same thing. But study outside of that. Read things outside of that. Don't watch TV. Stop watching TV. Stop being on the internet. All that. Listen, you guys are in for fakeness 24/7. You guys are gonna live in a fake world. You're gonna live basically in that movie Matrix. That's exactly where you're living. That's exactly where it's going to. And if you don't comply, guess what? You outside the Matrix. And you know what that means. So buckle up. And I don't want to be saying this because, but it's real. It's buckle up. Love Father God, Jesus Christ. Tell him that you love him. Follow his laws. Follow his rules. Love Father God as well. Let them know that that's his only son and that he's a ruler. And you got protection. He'll protect you. He'll love you. He won't let you fall victim to the wolves, to the serpents. What's up, brother? How you doing? Long time no see, man. I hope you're doing well. God bless. So remember that. Don't stay stagnant. Don't let your energy be stolen. And if you feel that your energy is being usurped by whatever it might be, a human, a man, woman, whatever, get away from it. Because what it's doing, it's killing you. It's a parasite upon you. That's what everything in this world is, a parasite upon you, because you're the only battery. You're a battery. We're all batteries, right? So detach yourself. Recharge yourself. Well, how do you do that? How do you go outside? It's hard to find realistic places. But find a realistic place. Take your shoes off. Put your foot in the ground, man. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to my face. Put your foot in the grass. Put your foot in the sand. Go to the beach. Get all that energy and all the old, because that's what happens. It refreshes you, right? And then come back, and then you're gonna get drained immediately. I'm all right, man. Thank you for asking, bro. I'm hanging in there, man. Trying to I'm doing good. Thank you, man. And good to hear that, because you are the battery. You're not receiving anything. You're giving. And God's the battery for us. You can only receive from Father God. Nobody else. They take. Everything takes. Everything. Just think about it. Look at it. And analyze it on your own. Observe it on your own. Find some time. Don't make excuses to make yourself better. Don't make excuses to remove yourself from what's controlling you, because it's comfortable, because it's convenient. Man, forget that, man. Because as soon as they need to take something from you, guess what? They don't need you. Nothing needs you here. Really. You're expendable. So keep that in mind. You are important to you And you are important to Father God and Jesus Christ. Right? So you let that be known. You know, you rock with that to you know, whatever you got to do with it. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy for me. So I know it's not easy. But if you are, you know, in that moment where Father God is trying to talk to you, he's going to let you know in many different ways. And if you don't catch it, then you will falter, and, you know, it's not going to be good for you. But you got to be able to see it, to grow with it, to accept it, you know, to grow with it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to see it and work with it. Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to do anything. It's not going to help you. It's not going to, you know, you need to help yourself as you go. Period. You can't do anything more than that or anything less. You got to do what you got to do. Understand? So, because if you don't, then, you know, life is not gonna be well for you. Just do it. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up. Father God loves you, and Godspeed.